And also, I just didn't want to go to IKEA because I really don't like it. I hope that's not considered slander. I'm not really sure the laws in Sweden. Hey y'all, it's Abroad on a Budget, and today I wanted to show you the way I organize my clothes. I know that probably the first thing you think about when you think about Sweden and organization is IKEA, but I had actually never been to an IKEA until I moved to Sweden, and I managed to avoid going to IKEA for a year and a half even after I moved here. I've been to IKEA all of once, and if I have my way, I will never go back. So just the immediate first thing I have here is this rack, which is actually what put me over my spending challenge because I had to put it back on the wall. I have my gym bag here with everything ready to go, and I just pull it down as I'm walking out the door. And then all of my 3 levels of jackets. So a windbreaker, a spring jacket, and this big jacket, which I'm really hoping I never have to use again this season because all my windows are open right now, so hopefully I don't have to do it again. The first thing that I got from the thrift store is this hanging basket thing. It was only about $1. On the back of my closet, I have another hanging rack. Whenever I have guests, it's just a lot easier to have a guest hang something here than to hang something on a hanger. This also came from the thrift store. I think it was the equivalent of about 50 cents. After living in Sweden and other countries where people take off their shoes whenever they go inside, I have to say that I'm thoroughly disgusted at the idea of leaving your shoes on in the house. The way I deal with shoes, I'm just going to tilt you down because I'm being lazy and I use my webcam all the time, is here. So these are all the shoes I own in the entire world, with the exception of my hiking boots that's in my closet. This is the closet. All of like hoodies and little jean jackets that are just easier to hang, I just hang like this. Here in the closet, you can kind of see it's weirdly, well, you really can't see that it's weirdly shaped.
All right, y'all, it's a bit of a technological switch because I realized I needed to switch to my phone so I could show you kind of the true situation happening inside the closet. Nothing is a 90-degree angle in this closet, so just taking a step back and looking at it, the first thing you probably notice is this stack of bright orange retro-looking chairs. These are my landlords. They did a really good job of trying to put everything they could in their storage, but at the end of the day, this just had to go somewhere. And so I think I've worked around it well. This hanging storage, which was $1, also from the same Red Cross that I got the other hanging storage, it just sits right here. And this might be a little bit awkward if I had a lot of stuff in here, but realistically, I'm just using it as some vertical storage. So I just have pants, skirts, shorts. Clearly those aren't getting a lot of use here in Sweden. Pajama pants, and a variety of leggings. Back here in the corner, it's technical fabrics, the small handful of dresses I own, and then if you swing around here, these are kind of work clothes over here, and then more hanging t-shirts all the way to tank top. Then this is the storage shelf that I was showing in the previous clip, but it's a lot easier to see it here. As you can see, it kind of sticks a bit, but it gets the job done, and it was $5. And I just have plain tank tops here, printed tank tops here, about 3 and 3. You're seeing probably a trend here. I barely have any clothes. And then it goes into sweaters. There are 4 here and 2 here. So I live in quite a cold climate, and I own 6 sweaters total. And then down here is extra bedding for guests. Up here is my storage for my carry-on and for my reusable bags. So that is probably a much better view of the closet than you got before. I'm well aware that on first glance, even though I've tried to make this quite organized, I mean, it does look like organized chaos, but I think working with what I have, this is working well. And between this situation and this situation, congratulations, you've now seen all of my clothes except for my bras and underwear, which I don't really feel need to be on YouTube, and a pile of workout clothes that I have organized in another spot because they're easier to grab. It's really functional, and I'm never stressed about where anything is because I can see it at a glance. And they fit into what is kind of a weird space, and they fit pretty well. And I was able to do this for, let's say, $20, and most of it, about 90% of it, was used or discounted. A great area to reduce spending is when it comes to organization. People see organization as this virtue, and so therefore they can kind of justify any amount of spending on organization because I'm doing something good. There are so many ways in which you can be organized without
having to spend your entire afternoon on a Saturday at IKEA and spending like 3 days worth of pay. I am going to be doing a little bit of quick decluttering actually, because there are some things in my closet that I've been meaning to dig out. I am going to go ahead and just clean those out now because everything is open. I now have this stack of clothes that I get to take out of my house. I'm actually really sad about one thing and I have to show you. I've had these jeans since I was 19 years old, and I am now 35. I have taken them all over the world with me. I think it's been 30 plus countries now. I took them to Japan, Albania, Laos, now Sweden, and they finally have a hole. I think I might try and get these fixed because they've served me so well. I'm feeling good about cleaning this out again because this is actually the 4th time I've cleaned out my clothes since I've been living here for the last 2.5 years. Whenever I first moved here, I only brought what I could carry on my back. And then in trying to buy enough clothes for the weather, I think I overcorrected and now I'm paring it back down. I highly suggest doing this 4 times a year. Just anytime a season changes, if you get to the end of the season and you haven't worn it, get rid of it. So go into your closet and get rid of things.